So it seems like now we're getting way beyond the phase of wave shooters and walking simulators dominating the VR space. And Defector is a game that takes everything that you'd expect maybe from a typical flat game and throws it into VR and does it in such a spectacular fashion that I didn't think it could be pulled off as well as it has. And when you throw it down that it has a $20 price point, what you've got here is quite possibly the most enjoyable, variety-ridden game I've played probably in VR to date. So Defector is a spy game that sort of has you being interrogated over events that have happened, and you recall what happens in them, and you do that by actually playing through them. And what's so incredible here is throughout the 5 or so missions, every single one feels completely unique and like its own, I guess, mini game, but not in the sense of it being like a quick one sort of approach, one sort of mechanic or anything like that. It just, each area looks different, it feels different. You traverse the world, and in each level you will do different things. You will go from walking around and sort of doing light puzzling to actual having conversations and sort of having to pass these interrogation style interactions, to playing like gambling games, to shooting, to stealth, through a lot of different things. And another thing that I have to say, beyond the variety, like I think the best thing to put into this game is that it's the variety on show here is incredibly impressive and everything feels great. Like I said, one moment you're stealthing around a hotel while drones are sort of scanning the area for you, and then the next you're actually chasing down an enemy in Mumbai and you're climbing, and everything feels intuitive. Another thing I am incredibly impressed by, and this is very VR specific, is the comfort level. You are running around, you're climbing, you're jumping, you're falling, and you never get the motion sickness feeling. Yet it doesn't feel like it's not effective, because it always is. There's one moment in particular where you actually fall from a height. I won't say what exactly it is, and you might see it in the video here. Like, I kind of have a little freak out, but I don't get that nauseous feeling you normally get with VR when you suddenly start moving in the direction that your body doesn't expect to. But like I said, a lot of what you'll be doing in Defector is walking around, talking, and a fair bit of shooting, and the shooting itself is quite good. It's not the best there is out there, but it feels pretty good and it definitely gets the job done. What makes it so enjoyable gameplay wise to me is its variety, not just what you do but also different approaches. So every level, or at least most levels, there are at least one major moment where you have a branch, where you can either chase down one person or another, or take one approach or another. And these actually very vastly change the rest of the mission in some really interesting ways. And this not only then gives you the choice to approach things your way, but it also opens up the choice of, or at least the opportunity of, replayability. And going back to those levels, which is really smart as well, the game allows you to go back to the branch moment, so you don't have to go through the opening parts of it again. You can start straight from where you have the choice. So if you want to just see what the other way is, you can do that pretty quickly. And there's more than one reason why you do it. Number one, like I said, you get to see all the different things, and there's more gameplay there. Things change. You may end up at the same spot, but the outcome may be different, or how you got there may be different. But not only that, then there are a ton of unlocks, both just cosmetic stuff to just enjoy, but then also gameplay changing things called cheats, they call them. But they just, a lot of them add some challenge, they add some variety, and they add a lot of fun to it. Some of it can just be visual, like they try to do the old school VR look to it, or sort of a really cool looking grayscale, or like 4-bit color, or a load of other things just to add a bit of fun to it. And that's why I said I think this feels like one of the more complete VR games, because you're not just doing the one big mechanic over and over again. You are doing completely different things from mission to mission. And then when you add all the modifiers and the gameplay changes and the visual changes, there is a ton to unlock, there's a ton to enjoy, and not only that do you have like the branching paths and the missions, you also have these bonus objectives that you can do, and you can always see which ones you have done and which ones you haven't. And some of them, like, you didn't even realize was possible. Like certain maybe missions may require you to snipe a certain number of enemies and you didn't even know that there was the opportunity to snipe. Another one is to hit enemies with a certain weapon you didn't even know was available, or take a different approach. That just a lot of reason to go back and explore these levels. So the first time you play through it would very much be for the story, which is pretty decent. It's the spy, Jason Bourne, Mission Impossible aesthetic and style and approach and music. But then beyond that, you have so many other challenges, so many other objectives, so many other things to see and do, that I very quickly, as soon as I finished the game, I went back through other missions and saw what the bonus objectives were, and I wanted to do them. And for its price, what you get here is a main campaign that lasts about 4 to 5 hours, but then you've got a replayability that I wasn't exactly expecting, nor have I seen in many other VR games to date. And that whole package, everything works so seamlessly. Like I said, the comfort level is really impressive given what they put you through. You're not just standing there taking on waves of enemies, and you're not sort of being like baby through areas. You're freely able to explore. A lot of things happen. You're moving, you're driving, you're falling. So much happens, and I never got the sense of motion sickness. Controls feel great. Visually, it's pretty nice. It's got a sort of a comic-y book style to it, a little bit of cartoony, maybe even a tiny bit of cell shading in some aspects, but it's got a nice aesthetic to it. It's not the best looking game, but it's definitely very competent, and to me, I really liked its style. It's definitely a style over technical thing, and I really enjoyed that too. And overall, I think Defector is one of the best VR games you can get out there. I think Oculus have a great track record with their published games, and here they just knock it out of the park for $20 or euro, around that. It's just so good. And if you want to know more about it, there's a full review on the website. Check it out now, and if you want, give the video a like or dislike, tell me why, and subscribe if you feel like it for more VR reviews and other game reviews. And other than that, thanks for checking out the review.